Welcome to Ortega Squared, the podcast that's influenced by the shows we watched as a kid. I'm Angel. This is my co-host,
Cheetah.
and today we have a very special guest, three-sport varsity athlete, hockey, football, track, Dom Natosi. How are you doing today, Dom?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's great to be on the podcast. Finally, I've been an avid listener of the podcast since the start.
Yeah, Dom's a big supporter of ours, and he's going to bring an elite level of sport knowledge to this podcast. And our first topic that me and Dom were actually talking about yesterday, young athletes in college / professional sports. Ryan Williams, Connor Bedard, Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, East Bailey, Jeremiah Smith. The NHL has one of the youngest entry paths in pro sports since players can be drafted straight out of high school. Connor Bedard is a prime example. He was drafted first overall in 2023 and at just 17 years old, immediately became the face of the Blackhawks. For college football, most freshmen enter at 18 or 19, but they're making an immediate impact. Jeremiah Smith, TJ Moore, Colin Simmons are all just 18 and expected to be big stars. Ryan Williams from Alabama also deserves a mention. He reclassed to the 2024 class and will play college football at just 17, which we saw last year. In basketball, guys like Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper are future NBA lottery picks. And with the rise of NIL deals, young athletes have more incentive to stay in college. All right, Dom, we know Dom's the hockey expert. He's one of the few players at our school that plays hockey for a different, another school, right?
Right.
So, me and Jaden got to experience our first hockey game together. We watched the local team, the Phantoms at the PPNL Center, right? The Phantoms.
Yeah, that's right.
And there was a lot of fights, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And we had crab fries. Dom, what can you tell us about your hockey playing?
My playing days, I play for the Phantoms Youth, their youth team, which is a direct affiliate of the Phantoms AHL team. And I also play varsity high school. I'm a 3-year starter. I've been playing varsity since my freshman year, which is kind of a big deal. At first, I played for Freedom, and then I started playing for Notre Dame in the Allentown Central Catholic's team. So I would say I have a pretty good knowledge of the game and, young athletes around the game too and their path to the NHL.
So I'm definitely not a big hockey guy. And I don't know. Do you like hockey?
I like hockey, but I don't watch it.
It's my favorite sport.
Oh, we like basketball. We like basketball. I don't know much. Like we went the Phantoms. It was okay. Like there was a lot of fights, but you can't fight at youth.
No, you can't.
I'm sure if you were able to fight Dom and get into plenty of fights, he'd be the bruiser.
I'm a brawler out there. No,
Okay.
I'm like the enforcer.
Mm-hmm. Is Connor Bedard an enforcer? I'm guessing that he's not if he's coming straight out of youth.
Well, Connor Bedard, he's 17 years old. He's not the tallest. He's not the biggest. He's definitely he's definitely a skill guy out there. He has one of the best shot releases to ever be seen.
That's insane. He was 17 in 2023, so he's a little bit older now.
Yeah.
Is he matching his potential? Is he that good?
Well, I think it's hard for him because the Blackhawks are just terrible. They're terrible. They have no pieces around him to help out his development. So, and they haven't playing center when he's really a wing. So it's not really fair to him. But there's definitely other rookies or young players that are outperforming him currently. But it's not really his fault just because the Blackhawks are just a poop show.
So you also bring up another hockey guy, Macklin Celebrini.
Yes.
What team does he play for?
He plays for the Sharks, the San Jose Sharks.
Are they good?
No, they're terrible. But he's actually he's been performing very well. He's probably gonna win the Calder, which is the Rookie of the Year trophy for the NHL. He's been playing really good, but there's also more young pieces around him.
Did Bedard win the Rookie of the Year?
Oh yeah, he won it. But I don't know, for a generational prospect who is said to be the greatest prospect since Connor McDavid, if you know who that is.
I do not know who
Connor McDavid is essentially the best player to ever play the game. Not the greatest, but the best skilled player ever. And Connor Bedard is being compared to be the best prospect since him. and that's a pretty heavy weight to lift on her shoulders. And the way he's playing, doesn't look like he's that good.
Yeah, like it's so insane the skill comparison. Like I'm 17 years old, all right, and I watch. I mean, we bring up Cooper Flagg this morning. Cooper Flagg's like a kid. He's balling out. I think is he coming back? Did they get knocked out of the tournament?
No, they're playing Arizona in the Sweet 16.
Is he gonna play? Do you know?
Play.
He's
next
gonna play
week.
in the game.
Yeah,
I know he rolled his ankle.
he missed the last game. No, like the ACC championship game, but he's played the first round and the second round. So
Okay.
he's definitely playing.
Yeah, I know him, and I just feel, you know, like
Ashamed of yourself?
yeah, like these kids are playing at such a high level. Like, is there a skill gap? Do you think there's a big skill gap between you and Bedard?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like that's insane. And Dom's what, 2 years younger than him, 3 years younger than him?
Barely.
Like,
I feel like ashamed because I'm like when I think about Ryan Williams, like the other day when we were filming our Impact show, I Googled like when he was born, and I'm like 8 months younger than him, and I'm like, this guy's playing D1 Alabama, like what like probably the most like successful college football program of all time, and he's tearing it up.
and he might go to the draft next year. He'll be what, 19?
Yeah, and I'm sitting in school using AI to do my homework for me, and I'm doing nothing. I feel ashamed
Shame.
myself.
Yeah, I don't know, but the hockey right out of high school is. I think you could do that in baseball too.
Yeah.
Right out of high school is so insane. That means like when he was like 14, they were watching him.
Oh yeah, I think that's the thing with hockey that's different from every other sport is that you know who's gonna get drafted first overall. Like people have been covering Bedard, Celebrini, Connor McDavid. They've been covering them since they were like 13 years old. Like I've been hearing about Bedard since I was like 12. So everyone knew that he was getting drafted first overall.
Is he like does he have decent genetics? Like, is he tall and
No, he's like my height. But his wrists are really strong.
how do you think they find a generational talent like that? Like, it's just him playing since. I would assume he's been playing since at least 4,
Oh yeah.
maybe 5.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like for hockey, it's easy to gain exposure because, like, hockey is like everyone knows everyone. Because, like, if you're, I feel like the phrase, if you're good, they will find you. I feel like that's not that true for, like, you know, for football and for basketball. But for hockey, if you're good, they'll find you. I know for me, I play in these showcases over the summer, like the Chowder Cup, the pre-draft, and the pre-draft before, like, the junior hockey leagues, like draft players. But if you're playing in these leagues, a lot of these teams, like junior hockey, they have like affiliates, and your name will just get spread out. And obviously, Bedard was playing up in his age group as a kid, so
That's ridiculous.
it's easy to find players when they're 13 years old playing with 18-year-old kids.
You also bring up Rutgers, who has 2 great young. Are they both freshmen?
Yes.
Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. You tell me about them and how Rutgers did. I don't think they were able. Didn't go to the tournament.
Yeah, some bad coaching
Was it bad coaching?
and no depth.
So they carried their team at 17. How old's Dylan Harper?
19,
19?
19, I think.
That's.
I mean, they're both freshmen right out of high school, and they're carrying their team. But they only went there because they were born in New Jersey. Or Dylan Harper, like his brother and his dad both went to Rutgers, so he went there. Because, like, these guys, these freshmen, like, they know that they're getting drafted the next year, so it doesn't even matter. Like, they could have easily gone to Duke, but they're like, hey, you know, let's go to my brother's alma mater. And because they know, no matter what, like, they missed a tournament. They're not even making it, and they're still going to get drafted 2nd and 3rd overall. So it doesn't even matter to them.
Harper, you said he's declaring for the draft next year?
Definitely. There's no way he comes back to Rutgers.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know how the transfer portal works in college basketball. I know how it works in football. I don't know if it's the same, but I would transfer. Like, I don't think NBA teams are. I think you want an older guy on your NBA team. Like, even young guys like Anthony Edwards or John Morant, like, they're good for their team, but I wouldn't say they're propelling them to win playoff games. I think they're making their team better, but they're not pushing them. You know what I mean? They're not leaders yet. I think we need more kids who are staying 4 years in college.
Mm, well, like, who was the last, like, 4-year guy in college to really come in and, like, do something? Because, like, most high lottery draft picks are one and dones in college. They play 1 year, they go to the draft. Just because I feel like franchises want to build around their player. I feel like if you're 24 and you're not, like, league ready, you're a project. You're not going to hit your peak till you're, like, 28, 27. But if you get them when they're 19 or 20, they have those 4 extra years to develop under your system. And also, it gives them a lot more time to develop their team around you.
Yeah, but I think a lot can be said about having players develop long. LeBron, he's been playing for 20 years. I hate to bring it up. Jaden's shaking his head at me right now. Like, he's been playing for a while, and he is finally at that level running his team. I mean, I think he's always been like that, but he's that guy. I feel like we need more development. Wemby, he's young. He did a couple years in Europe, and then he got drafted. They have the NBA Europe program or whatever. Like, he got injured, and he's making his team better, but he's not a team leader.
Was that
We need team leaders. That's what we need.
Well, the whole point of the draft, you're not
We
drafting.
need glue guys. That's what we need.
You find glue guys in like the last round of the draft and free agents. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, LeBron was drafted out of high school. He made an immediate impact. Dwayne Wade was drafted on he had 1 year at Marquette, Dwayne Wade, and he brought his team to the finals at like 24. It's not easy to win a championship. Not everyone's getting a chance. Like, if you talk about the NFL, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert,
Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes is taking all those championships away from them.
Right.
And out of those 4, I think I mentioned, Herbert, Burrow, Lamar, and Allen, out of those 4, only one of them has made the Super Bowl. So it's not easy to win a championship. It's not easy. You think about all the young people in the NBA who have not won a title, like Chris Paul, because the Warriors, it's not easy to win a championship. Not everyone can say that they're a champion of, a major league like the NBA. It's not easy.
Yeah, but we look at these championship teams, and there's a guy there who has experienced the game for so long that they're making everybody better.
Well, that's not like who? Like Curry. It took Curry a few years in the league until he really propelled himself to the best point
Exactly.
of all time.
Development. That's what we need in the NBA.
So you think that? So if Curry would have stayed at Davidson for multiple more years, he would have missed those early years in the NBA to develop. The development is way better in the NBA than college. You think about so if someone stays in college an extra year or 2 years and they tear their ACL, they're done.
No, but I agree. Like, either way, these kids are gonna need more time to develop. So I'd rather them stay in college for an extra 2 years.
I don't know. Well, I feel like the incentive for the player is not as well, because like Cooper Flagg, he's thinking about coming back to college. What if he gets injured? Career-ending injury. He missed his chance.
I mean, that's always a possibility, but we're seeing that. You see that in the NBA. Wemby just got injured. He had a blood clot on his shoulder. If injuries happen, they're going to happen anywhere, at any point in time, in any place in a player's career. But I think there's more of a incentive now to stay in college because of NIL.
Yeah.
Kids are getting offered more money. I know there's a few players in football, college football, like Carson Beck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was getting more money than he would have gotten if he were drafted, which I don't think he would have been drafted that high, but he's getting $4 million from Miami.
Well, I feel like the NFL is different because the NBA contracts are crazy compared to the NFL. Like, the average role player in the NBA makes almost as much as the best quarterback in the NFL. Because I feel like their salary cap is way larger. So I feel like for football and college football, there's more incentive than, because how much is like an NFL rookie deal worth? It can't be that much, especially for these not like quarterbacks like Caleb Williams, Dane Daniels. They're getting drafted first and second overall. But for Carson Beck, he probably wouldn't have gotten drafted to like the 4th, 5th, or 7th round.
I think it's like $10 million
for 4 years.
In their 4-year rookie contracts, which estimates the first pick of the second round will pull in just under $10 million, while the next 8 players picked will make north of $9 million.
So exactly, like, They're making
So,
more. They're making more
like-
in college.
Carson Beck goes back because he's gonna make way more.
They can also.
I don't know. I haven't really seen big college NIL deals. I'm sure they're out there.
Well, the one guy from McNeese, the March Madness guy,
Yeah.
the boombox.
Yeah, we got team managers. Did you see that the team manager making he had signed like 10
6 figures.
yeah, 10 NIL deals. That's insane.
Yeah, I did see that.
I need to be a team manager at McNeese. That's what I need
Gotta
to do.
find a way to
He's
start.
transferring. We're now having team managers transfer with Will Wade or whatever to NC State or
And
whatever.
he's graduating this year. He's gonna be a graduate assistant or something. That's stupid.
This is ridiculous.
Like how do I find myself in that situation to get easy money like that? Why can't it be me? Why does it have to be this random guy to make all the money?
The cheerleaders are wearing socks with his face on it. You wanted to bring up another young athlete in
Football, but for the American people, soccer.
it's soccer. It's soccer guy.
Yeah, it's called soccer. Come on.
Yeah, me and Dom have I mean, I really don't know about soccer.
Yeah.
Other than flip parlays.
I'm just gonna take the reins on this one. I'm just gonna like give you guys like a rundown of like who this guy is and like what he does. You probably heard of him too on social media, but his name's Lamine Yamal. So he was born on July 13th, 2007, the same year I was born.
July 13th?
Yeah, 2007.
I'm like 4 months older.
Wait. I'm like I'm way older than him too.
Yeah. But anyways, he's a professional footballer who plays as a winger for FC Barcelona and the Spanish national team. He joined Barcelona's youth academy at the age of only 7 from his local club, and he quickly progressed through the ranks due to his exceptional talent. So you guys were talking about the NBA, the NFL, and hockey, but with soccer though, you can like sign to academy around the range of from 8 to 15, and you don't get like actual
8?
wages. Yeah, 8 to 15.
Wait, so and they don't get paid?
They don't get paid. You get just like equipment and stuff because you don't get any formal wages. But then once you like get up more, like once you're like probably the age of like let's say like maybe like 16 through 18, you get scholarships and stuff and like more developed.
Is this why like US isn't a powerhouse in soccer?
No,
Like we don't allow or you can play soccer when you're 8 years old.
You have some,
But dude, we don't have academies here.
you have some MLS academies like
Yeah, MLS Next.
but, like-
I know Shane broke.
Yeah,
close for MLS.
it's not like how it is like in Europe and like different countries outside of the US.
That's crazy.
So Lamine Yamal made his first team debut for Barcelona in 2023 at only 15 years old, becoming one of the youngest players to feature for the club. Since then, he has established himself as a key player, known for his dribbling, his passing, versatility in attack, and capable of playing as a center forward, attacking midfielder, or winger. So his playing style has been compared to Messi and Neymar, but also played on Barcelona.
Wait, what's his name?
Lamine Yamal.
Does he have a nickname? I can't say that.
Yamal.
Yamal. Yeah. So
Sweet.
this kid,
He wasn't even the youngest person to ever play for the club. People that are younger than him playing in professional league.
Not really. He's like he said, he's one of the youngest. Like it's just like it's crazy. Like the things that he's done, like the numbers he's put up, the stats, and, like the awards.
how tall is he?
I have no idea. Let me.
I'm like 2 months older than him. July, you said.
He's 5'10".
I mean, if I was 5'10", maybe.
Is he like? I don't understand how you recognize like this 15, 16 year
Yeah,
old.
where are they finding a 7-year-old kid to sign for this academy? Like, how good can he be when he's 7 years old?
So when you have soccer, you have big clubs like let's say like Real Madrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have scouts that go to different parts all over the world to find the kids. Like you have scouts probably in Brazil looking at little kids playing like in the shoe for like a mango or something. Like you see the development.
Nice.
Flango.
I'm serious. Like you find these kids like in these rural countries, and then you see talent, and you're like, wait,
Mango. Okay.
you have scouts all over the world looking for kids and talent. And then when you see someone, you want to give them a chance, so then you invite them, and then they play for like a U under club, basically, like how Dom was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But it's different though. Like I said, they don't get any like formal contracts or wages. They just get like equipment, like you get cleats and stuff. You get cleats, shin guards, like the jersey and stuff. You don't get like formal wages. Lamine Yamal has represented Spain across various youth levels, making his senior debut.
Is he getting paid now?
Yeah.
Is he making? I don't know. I think is like club teams are uncapped, and they're all owned by like
Yeah, they have
moguls.
crazy contracts. Like
Dude, imagine being one of these kids. Like, is he getting any education?
he's still in school too.
Imagine going to your high school and being like, yeah, like for this guy, okay, yeah, today we're playing Man City today. And he's playing that night. And he's in your freaking math class learning pre-calculus.
No, like I assume these kids aren't going. I'm sure Barcelona has their own high school if they're Like,
They don't like.
do those academies have like schools? Like, are they
That I
schooling?
do not know, but
I would assume so. Like, you're not gonna have a
Might,
kid go to a
probably.
public school.
Yeah.
For hockey, like when you play in like these like it's like academy teams, but not really. It's like a whole different league, but like you still sign a contract with them. Like they have like online schooling that you can do.
I'm sure he's doing online. Like, there's no way you have that kid in school. It's not safe.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Like, this kid would be robbed for everything he has.
he's gonna have like girls on him all like 24/7 all the time, and like people wanting his autograph like in class, and then no one's just gonna learn anything. So it's just like a major distraction.
And they take soccer way
Yeah, I was gonna
seriously
say
than
that.
any other sport. Like, I'm sure like there's a rifle fan in there about to break his leg. Like, there's no way he's going to public school. I'm sure he's
do they-
online. I'm sure he lives in a mansion right now that Barcelona provided for him.
But to add to that, though, he played a pivotal role in Spain's UEFA Euros 2024 triumph, contributing crucial goals and assists.
What is
and was
that?
honored from UEFA, the Euros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
the tournament with all the Euro countries and such. The team,
I-
Spain won that. And
I know what you're talking about.
like, imagine you're like a great soccer player for your school and you go to the same school as this kid. Are you like, is this kid, are like,
it'll be an honor, like being like in the presence of that
the
guy,
honor?
like knowing that I'm the same age as him. Like,
Still be an honor.
I wouldn't, that's Blaze. Like,
Wait, you said it's an honor to what?
to honor being in his presence. Like if I'm in a classroom with this guy, and like I'm over here doing my homework, and this guy's like right next to me, like
It's an honor.
it's an honor.
I feel like it's like embarrassing because this guy's
yeah, this guy,
guy's
I
like
didn't
world.
play my soccer team, and this kid's playing for Barcelona.
He's the
right now.
world. Yeah, imagine playing soccer for that high school, and this guy's just like, no one cares about your team because we have this guy. Like,
Right.
and, like Dane Ortega's here. Like he's great at soccer, but we have what's his name? Lamisius Yamal.
Leave Yamal. Hello.
Lamine Yamal. Like, no one cares about you.
Yeah.
Because we have Yamal in our school.
Yeah, like nothing would matter. It was just that kid.
And that's also a crazy distraction for like the teachers.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Right.
sure he does not go to public school.
Probably private, or probably like you said earlier, he probably does online.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that was Ortega Squared. Thank you, Dom, for being on the show today. Remember, follow us on Instagram. We have YouTube now, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on every platform. Make sure you follow. I'm Dom.
Dom Natosi on Instagram. Road to 1K.
Yeah, road to 1K for Dom. Road to 500 for us. All right, that was Ortega Squared. We'll see you next time.